If I just
You did what?
that the whole time.
Oh,
No, not good.
maybe. No. Probably not. Probably not. All right, guys, we're back for another episode of We Got Your Votes. This is We Got Your Votes this time, right here on the We Got Your Mail playlist. But me and Amy out there, we're acting silly out there. You didn't see what she was doing, but it was hilarious. I don't know if you want to brave it out and show them what you were doing, but
So very attractive and feminine stuff. Happy 4th of July, guys. I think. Yes, Saturday.
Is that Saturday? Was it 4th
It's
of
the 4th of July. That's why we're doing a very patriotic We Got Your Vote.
A very
So
patriotic.
don't vote in internet polls. Vote in real stuff, too.
That's perfect timing right there, guys. See, she figured
Just
it
a
out.
reminder. Register to vote. Please, God, please do it.
This is the show where your votes matter. So we put it out there on Twitter, on any social media that has the poll function, and we put a question out there. So if you guys,
So just like that box outside my house with like options, my neighbors don't like me.
and then so I think we have how many votes do we have this time around? Like just 3.
Yep.
And we put some questions out there. So let's get right into it. What was the first topic or question?
So you had a little bit of a collab going with Movie Burners on a similar question that was asked on their channel. But we are asking who was the best Clark Kent? And our results are in. And at a whopping 0%, we have Dean Cain. At 18.8%, Tom Welling. 28.1% went to Henry Cavill. And our winner with 53%, over half of the vote, went to Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeves, and I put / Brandon Routh. It was that collab that I did with the Movie Burner Entertainment YouTube channel. I think I did that recording with JFS, the reviewer. He helped me out with that because Amy was like, not no, but hell no. And we like,
I was like, I took some improv classes. I could try to yes and my way through this conversation.
He's like, I'm thinking Dean Cain. I'm sitting there the whole time like, no. Christopher Reeves, like, yes. But I met Dean Cain.
I knew Christopher Reeves was going to win. I knew that much.
I didn't know. I honestly thought that Henry Cavill was going to win it because, but I underestimated
more recent.
Yeah, because he was exactly most recent. But he was Reeves was so beloved that, and that Man of Steel movie is so divisive. I'm not surprised. But I was shocked I'm not going to say that Dean Cain literally got 0 votes. Actually, there are some comments that came in on Facebook where I think 2 people did say Dean. One person was actually like, I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but I'm voting for Dean Cain. I was like, well, I mean, no, it's subjective. Whoever, if you like it, I love it. I'm like you say, I'm not going to yuck your yum. But I met Dean Cain, and that dude, he autographed one of my Superman comic books. It was great. And I tell this story every now and then, every time Dean Cain comes up, because it was the mid 2000s, and the TV show Smallville was very popular. And I asked him, I said, hey Dean, are you ever going to some of the old actors that's been in Superman movies in the past have been on the show? Are you gonna be on Smallville? He looked up to me and was like, they haven't called me yet at all. So no. But a year later, he did appear on the show. I think he played a villain. But that was I also, before my time was up with him, I asked him a quick question because another show that was also popular at the time was Desperate Housewives. And because of the adventures of Lois and Clark, I asked him about his old co-star. What's her name? Terry Hatcher, I believe her name is, who played Lois and was on Desperate Housewives. I said, Dean, what do you think about Terry Hatcher's new show on Desperate Housewives? And I know he won't admit this today, especially today. But this was 2005, 2006, whatever. And he can call me a liar all he wants to. This is my story, Dean. You can call me a liar. But I'm sure there's people in the world that'll probably admit that you've said this before. He looked right up to me after signing his autograph on my comic book, and he went, that woman is such a bitch. And he just kept scribbling his name. And I was like, whoa. Thanks for the autograph. God, like I said, he would probably never admit that. And I mean, you'll be right. Don't admit it. Like, if you want to call me a liar, call me a liar. But Dean, you know you said it. I don't know why I went off on that little tangent there. I just thought it'd be funny to bring it up. But my vote would have been for Henry. No, my vote was for Tom Welling, just like Amanda Pearson, her favorite guy in the world. But my reasons for picking Tom Welling was because he played Clark Kent the longest. You didn't watch Smallville at all? Or any of those Superman shows? I'm just, no.
Superman's really my guy.
What do you think about Tom Welling? No
strong opinions.
Henry Cavill? You like? No.
They're good looking fellas.
There you go. See?
Is that what you're trying to get out of me?
Same as Superman. Well, Lois, I'm glad you find me attractive. Like, I can just see him. Like, I guess it's the glasses that does it. I mean, that when you know, I'm not even recognizable anymore.
This guy.
No, like, all right. And then I used to tell people that all the time. Like, whenever you go out, like to a dance club or a nightclub or an outing or a party or anything, it's the equivalent of Clark Kent and Superman. When I take the glasses off and get a couple of Jack and Cokes, aka pimp juice, in my system. Oh yeah, you're gonna see Superman. I'm telling you, it's like night and day. But that's where I was at. I said Tom Welling because of the fact that he played the character the longest. He played on the show Smallville. He never was Superman. So for 10 years, he was Clark Kent. He's had more screen time than any man that has ever played Clark in history combined. Has never played the character longer than him. So to me, Tom Welling is Clark Kent. So that's just where I am with that.
So if it was the best Superman, you'd have a different answer.
If I had for the best Superman right now, it was always Christopher Reeves until Henry Cavill. Now I'm a Henry Cavill guy. So that's my best Superman. Guys, the poll the poll's closed now. It's the 4th of July. But let us know if you want me and Amy to come. If you have any ideas for any topics similar to this, like your favorite superhero or favorite actor or whatever, you want me to do a little straw poll on there, let us know, comment, and we'll talk about it right here on We Got Your Vote or We Got Your Mail. Let's move on to what's the next?
We've got like a bit of a morality question up next, asking, is watching all of the cutscenes of a video game without buying it the same as pirating the game? 20% said yes, you must buy it to see it. 80% said no, it's not gameplay.
Where would you land on that one? I mean, those cutscenes that are in the middle of gameplay and they put it out on YouTube, or people put it out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where do you land on that?
Video game, like ultimately, and I know some of them are getting more thematic and more cinematic. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, you buy a video. Like, I say this as a listener who watched a lot of somebody else playing a video game growing up. It's not the same.
Right.
You buy a video game to play a video game. So I would say no. Also because to me, it kind of comes down to like, if you watch those and go, I don't need to buy this game, you weren't going to buy the game.
True.
It might sway you towards buying something, but it's not like a movie where it's like, well, now I never need to pay to see this. If your ultimate interest is in playing the game, you're still going to have to purchase the game. So I would err on the side of no.
You would actually be correct. I was actually on the other side. I thought it was pirating because I thought the whole game, because you get to those cutscenes.
But
you said what?
It technically is pirating because you're
technically, yeah, but
I feel like it's more of a moral question than a legal question.
Well, I learned later that a lot of video game developers actually don't care and they don't mind. They encourage it. That's why they put it out there for people to review, and because they agreed with you and with the majority of the people who voted. It's
if your game's good, it's just good press.
Yeah, you pay your $60 for the gameplay, not the cuts, and you'd be surprised on how many people fly past the cutscenes. They don't want to even watch it. Yeah. They just want to play. They just and whatnot. I play a game. I'm I'm doing it for the whole experience.
$60 worth, God damn it.
Well, because I thought that those cutscenes were a little treat for doing so well in the game. Like, all right, I beat the boss, and now I get to watch how bad I kicked his ass. Like I thought those were like little treats. But then if I see it all, I guess you're right. Then I had to be convinced to it. But you're 100% exactly where the people who voted no, it's not pirating. Because if that was all it took for you to buy the game, then what the hell do you need to buy the game for in the first place? You're not really interested in buying the game. And if you want to watch a good movie, a bunch of good cutscenes, because technically that's what a movie or a TV show is. It's a series of little little cutscenes.
It's a video game you can't play.
Yeah, it's a video game you can't. Exactly. So yeah, you're right. I honestly thought that the voting would be the other way, or at least close, but it was not. It was a landslide. No, it's not pirating. Move on. So that's where it was. But let us know what you guys think. Well, you already let us know where your votes were at. But if there's other other video game related topics that you want us to put a vote on, let me know. And if you have more thoughts on this subject, put it in the box below, and we'll talk about it further on the next episode, maybe. But what is the last ballot up? What's on this during this election season on the 4th of July?
We're going a little spooky. We got October here in July asking, what if Nancy became the new queen of nightmares? Would you have liked to see the curse of Freddy Krueger pass to his victims? And we have 25% said yes, 75% were against the idea.
I was a part of the yes crew, but where would you? I mean, I don't know if you watched any of the old Nightmare. You've had to have seen those.
Yeah.
So if in the end of the movie, or if one of those movies, that if Freddy were to die, and his powers or whatever, his curse were to pass on to Nancy or one of the other dream children or whatever, do you think that would have been a good way to like update the show or update the movie? Or it's like, nope, it's Freddy or nothing, like Jason Voorhees or nothing?
I don't know if I'd want it in, like, I haven't seen a bunch of the sequels, but like I feel like maybe not like the second one, but down the line I think that could be a really fun way to like freshen up a franchise, at least for like one movie.
Yeah,
I'd be into it.
Just to see what would. That's kind of how I looked at it. Like maybe just to see what would happen. Like at the very end of the movie,
like it's fun, but we've seen it. We know what that looks like, and I think anything, especially in that type of horror movie, that can like freshen it up and maybe take it in a different direction, get some different stuff to talk about and show and do and play with. Why not?
And in one of those old Freddy Krueger movies with Robert Englund, I think it was Freddy's Dead. I think that was the movie. They actually showed how he got his powers. There were these 3 dream demons, and they visited him while he was burning alive when he was trapped. And then it was like these floating sperm-looking things. They were weird. And they were like, Freddy, we know what you want. I want it all. I want the power. Like, of course you do. It was so stupid.
I feel like in horror movies, there's a real like, it was kind of cooler in my brain.
Yeah.
Like I feel like showing anything in a horror movie, the diminishing returns of like, it was scarier when as someone who's, again, a chicken, I've read a lot of Wikipedia articles of horror movies, just like, what is it? What did they do? And it's always less scary when I watch it.
And actors say that too. Like when you're filming it and you see the behind the scenes stuff, it's nowhere near as scary.
It's all music and editing, and
like I remember I had bagels that day and the head gets chopped off or something like that. But I mean, I thought that since Freddy's powers were technically given to him from some dream demons, that maybe the curse could. That's why I posted that question. But as the votes showed, my question was not well received.
They're protective about their franchises, and they don't like the women
taking over. I came here for Freddy Krueger, not Frida Krueger. Okay, like they totally were against the idea of maybe Nancy becoming the new queen of Scream or whatever.
I'm not everyone who voted no is a misogynist. That's not but there is a definite fan culture like, no, she can't do it.
Yeah. Why are you trying to make everybody a woman? That's like not trying to get rid of Freddy, but I mean, if Robert, but see, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like people are like, I want Robert Englund to play this character till the day he dies. Like, no, he's like, no, I'm done playing Freddy. He's done. So if we ever get a new Nightmare on Elm Street,
it still exists. Taking it a different direction, no one's going to go to your house and like snap your DVD copy in half.
Exactly. I posted this question just because, I mean, the woman who plays Nancy, I mean, she's up there in age too, but she could carry the torch a little, or maybe a spin-off villain or something like that. Maybe Freddy is still out there, but maybe something, because these La Llorona movies what's the other movie? The Grudge, where these women are tortured and become these monsters or whatever. Those are pretty scary. So I thought a little spin-off on the front, but no, I was voted down. Like, no, move on. I'd watch it, but maybe it would work, maybe it would fail. We wouldn't know unless they try. Give it a chance. I feel like I'm giving New Line Cinema a $1 billion idea here, but at the same time, it also sounds like what's kind of already been done with The Grudge and what's that other movie that's like The Grudge? The other little girl with the long hair that was dropped in the well in 7 days. Remember what was that? What was that horror movie? The Ring, yeah. See, so maybe I guess maybe it's been done for so long. Maybe that's probably why they were against it. It's not.
Again, that's silly. It's like they're, it's. I feel like you can't be like, oh, we've had female horror villains. Like, no, write more. Like, no, there's so much untapped potential there. Why not?
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why not. Because of Ghostbusters 2016. No, that's why. Because of Ghostbusters 2016. That's why. That's why they won't. My idea is not even gonna be entertained. That's why.
Pretty much.
Those same guys are gonna be like, no, we've already tried it. No, come on. But let me know what you guys think. I thought it was a good idea. Come on, but I guess I was wrong. But well, guys, we kept it short this time. I want to thank you guys for joining us on this. We got your vote. I'm gonna try to post up some more good questions out there, and Amy, if you have some too, just put them out there. Amy's questions will probably be more brain twisters and stuff. Probably going to be asking us to solve the square root of a movie or something like that.
That's me. I love square roots.
But Amy, I'll let you. If I tried to help you out last time, I said if you want to tell people where they can find you online, I got it right now on your lower third. So if you don't want to have to say it, you can just go. It's right here. Yeah, it's right here. That's where you can find Amy if you want to.
Also in your dreams when you close your eyes, because I'm Freddy Krueger now.
Yeah. So nothing inappropriate in the DMs, or otherwise, the nightmare begins. But guys, you can always find me at Chris Fagan 1980, and if, like I said, send your questions, any topics you want for We Got Your Mail purposes to us at T3 Medias on all the social media platforms. We will respond to them, maybe on the show, maybe in the comment section. But if it's a good topic, we'll definitely put it right here on the show. We like to respond to all of our followers and subscribers out there. So appreciate it, guys. That is the show. Until next time, hey. Peace.
So unbelievably funny. Like one of those people you just, obviously he's hilarious, but I feel like he's been in so much good stuff, and like growing up on Seinfeld, you kind of take for granted just how funny he is, and to sort of be the standout funny on, one of the funniest sitcoms of all time.